Can you hear us?
I think I'm going to go change shirts.
Okay. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Let us know if everything looks okay, if everything sounds okay. See our sunflowers back here? Those are from today's video. All right, everything sounds okay? Everything looks okay? Good. These are from today's video. We were both working hard a second ago and realized I came in, it was about 10 minutes ago. The kids were still up, and we decided that we just got distracted doing things and told everyone to get to bed. Don't want to hear any fussing. Don't want to hear any noise. I'm going to take away your birthday. You ever, hey, Eric. Hey, Deb. Hey, Angel Eyes. Break Free Homestead. Are you still here? Ernie Hatmaker. I guess you had to go. I totally understand it. If any of you have to go, we totally understand. It won't hurt our feelings. We love you and appreciate you and glad that you're interested and that we have this community. But if you have to go, then we totally get that because it's busy time for everyone. It's summer now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the first day of summer? Was it 21st?
June 20th or 21st?
Was it 20th or 21st? I don't know. But summer now, and it feels like summer today. I had a little bit of humidity. Hey, Daughter States Rights, how are you? Glad you're here.
Let me see if I can scoot over.
How do we look? It's winter there, Angel Eyes.
Winter there.
Oh. That's cool.
I'm not ready for winter.
No. We've argued over this before. It was like, I hate summer. It's so hot. No, that's Chad that hates summer.
That's Chad that hates summer. I love summer. I like winter and I like all the seasons. I don't like big ice storms where I have to drive to work it takes me 2 hours to get to work. When it's bad weather and you gotta go really slow. Ordinarily it takes her 35, 40 minutes, something like that. I'm glad you're doing all right. My pleasure. Our pleasure to ask. Yeah, we've been crazy busy this afternoon. Busy. We kind of took it easy at first this morning, and we had church this morning. I don't feel that I've taken it easy.
You hadn't taken it easy at all today?
I don't feel that way.
Okay. I took it easy. I came home from church and took a nap. And did a few other things, and
I feel like kids ready, church, lunch. I hung out with you for a few minutes. After that, I've exercised, walked, homeschool, and then I picked up our house. Not literally, but I picked up through here and cleaned some stuff.
Where would you move to, Deb? You like the sunflowers? I was wanting to wait to do that sunflower video actually until there was some more yellow and some more, so it was more of a, popping, the yellow was popping, but she was clipping them, and I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and film this now. So I'll try to get some more footage of it.
I think they're pretty sad. And then my kids mess with them, of course. And so I think they're pretty sad back there. But I love them. I love sunflowers. I really genuinely do. They make me very happy.
It's funny, Deb, that you said you'd move, even though it's humid and hot there. If I moved anywhere, it would probably be south, where it's warmer and where it was, got longer growing season and stuff. Hot and humid, I understand it's unpleasant, but you get a lot of good stuff with that as well, with the growing season and stuff like that. Hey, Baroness, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. So glad everyone else is here as well. I've already said hello to everyone else. Be a snowbird, live somewhere up north in the nicer months, somewhere south. Yeah, I can understand that. We've thought about traveling and stuff like that, but I'm investing so much time in the homestead that ultimately I think we'll get used to eating and living a certain way here that we won't want to go anywhere else. Hey, Ohio Prepper, glad you're here. We're doing great.
We are doing great. We've been just busy.
But yeah, ultimately we think that we were, she kind of wants to travel some.
I love traveling. I do. I think I like the idea of you go to a place, set it all up. It sounds kind of wacky. And then you stay for a little bit and discover that area, and then you pick up and you move on, which you can't really do that with kids, in my opinion.
The problem with that, if you're growing like a food forest or doing something with permanent agriculture, with permaculture, that you've got to lay systems in place and stuff like that. and then you got to do your systems all over again somewhere else. So
it doesn't really work out for us.
So,
and then we have so much here, so moving's off the table for us.
Yeah, and we like it here too, because not only because we have our systems that we're starting to put in place, but because Nana and Papa are here, and my brother and his wife and our nieces are here, and in Western Kentucky and like this area, and this property has been in our family for a long time, and that means something to us. Travel and work for your accommodation.
Yeah, but I'm happy here. I'm good here. Our winters, Eric, are not too bad. You're right.
Most of the time, we've had some bad ones.
But there was one winter. It was a couple years ago, and I should have called off work, but I don't know. I'm a nurse, and so I don't know if I felt guilt or something. But I traveled 2 hours to get to work, and so when it just takes me 35 minutes usually, it was pretty awful. That was pretty awful. And then it took me 2 hours coming back home.
Yeah,
I probably won't do that again. I don't think.
Well, and as far as the cold weather and stuff in winter, they're saying that Ice Age Farmer guy has laid all of this data out about there being this grand silver minimum where it's going to get worse for the next few years. So if that's the case, if it gets worse, then our winters are going to be worse.
Along with Rona and the dust storm
the murder hornets. What else was there? Hey, Tanglewood, Tiny Home Deals. We actually have some friends in Gainesville too who've welcomed us, said we could come down there. But if we go to Florida, we've got a lot of stops to make to visit some of you all and to spend some time with people. But to make a big greenhouse to last a long time, we're hoping for a greenhouse too. It hasn't been too nice in where you are, Angel Eyes, in Australia. We've got some friends who said they could live in an RV as well. What was Wofi? Did somebody answer what Wofi was?
I don't know what that is.
I didn't know. Wofi? What was that, Angel Eyes? So the grand solar minimum, that's kind of thing as well. What else? Maybe that was travel and work for your accommodations. I don't know. It's Tanglewood. Hi, how are you? I didn't say hello. Fire floods. I really think I'd be happy living in an RV. I watched several channels of RV dwellers. Yeah, if we didn't have 4 kids, I think we could live with a lot less space as far as our actual living space. But I like growing things. I like the idea of us growing all that stuff as well. It sounds like a lot of, it is a lot of fun. Right now, we haven't, harvested any of our fruit, any of our long-term stuff, except for maybe a few berries and stuff. And those things that we have harvested have been so minimal right now that it's going to get more and more and more and more. Wolfie is a group of all over the world where you could travel and work for accommodation with sometime food. Yeah. What is that? What it's called? Or woof? Is it woof? I think it's woof or something like that, isn't it? Yeah, I've heard of that. I've got some friends in Southern Illinois who have a farm. Who I think those people have, the wolf people have been there. All right, good. So we have had kind of a busy few days. We've got our some of our screens were broke. We got those fixed. WOOF, that farm travel program. Yeah, I've heard of that. I think that's what it is. It's WOOF or something like that. It stands for something, I believe, but I don't know what it is. So we were having some major fly issues in the house before we got these screens. It seems like it's gotten a bit better, don't you think?
It does.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll have it sprayed or whatever.
Well, so the screens were broke before, and we got them, rescreened, and that helped. So we got those in. I took those to get them rescreened, and then I got them back because the company that we got our windows through, they covered it, so that was nice. I started working on the bathroom. I got it gutted. So I've got some footage of it I haven't edited and got together yet. And we went and visited some friends, Tanglewood Dog Camp. That was a good visit. What else have we done this
We
week?
went to Mike and McGee's. I was off for 11 days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow's our kid's birthday, and
Yeah.
so I'm texting someone about it.
We're getting ready for Abraham's 4th birthday is tomorrow. So that's pretty, hey, Pine Haven. So that's pretty good. Well, we got our daughter of states' rights. Daughter of states' rights is in this area. We had our windows through Window World, and Window World did it for us because it didn't cost us anything. So that was nice. But they did it. I dropped them off, and then they fixed them. Tomorrow's your birthday. Well, you share it with our youngest son, Abraham. So yeah. He's in bed. I told him if he didn't come out, I was going to take away his birthday. If he came out, I was going to take away his birthday.
Papa's already going to take away his birthday.
But I won't. I won't take away his birthday. But
I understand, Eric, about the kids are the ones that kind of tore the screens up.
Well, the animals did some too.
Yes, the animals. And so they're all at the top. Our screens are all at the top now. And so not everybody has that feature.
Yeah.
But we got our mobile home screens replaced.
Yeah. So, yeah, the windows in this place were awful. There's a lot of things about the place that were awful we needed to fix. But it had good bones. It has good bones. The kitchen, there were things we hated about it. Oh, man, we hated. There was a light that came down, and it was just over your head. Didn't provide a whole lot of light.
I talked about that last week.
Well, I'll talk about it again if I want to.
Huh, okay.
Anyway, but we replaced the windows, and that was nice. Howdy doodle doo. Your wild birds get in. Is that what you were saying? Hello from Washington. Yeah, Homestead Rescue. I've not watched that show too much. There was another homestead. Where was it? What was the name of that homestead? It was an off-grid homestead. They've been in our live stream before. That I did that.
I remember.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That they did the rescue.
Yeah, the Homestead Rescue. I think Homestead Rescue most of the time is if you are off grid. I think it's off grid homesteads that they do. The birds destroy the screens. Yeah. Our dog has destroyed. We had a screen in our front screen door that the dog helped destroy.
That's okay. I'd rather have the animals than the kids.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's so short. What are you talking about going on, James? Rue has talked about it a little bit today that they think they're going to close things down. They think they're going to close things down again.
Oh, that's just my prediction. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. I haven't been watching the news. It depresses me. I know, right? They look pretty sad now, but I genuinely love them. It makes me very happy.
She put some sugar in there and some vinegar. Is that what it was?
Sugar and vinegar. 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. But then the kids have messed with them too.
Yeah, they weren't very. And then she got some clover. It looks like and put a few weeds in there. A deer ate all your sunflower. Oh no. Yeah. What are you reading?
I don't know about looking for a new place to be. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's messed up everywhere. Angel Eyes says that in Melbourne, they're starting closing it up. It's a whole worldwide thing right now. It's really crazy. Yeah.
I know, but
I think so that's one of the things that we're doing with our channel. Really, we're trying to anyway is trying to teach people how to do some things so they can do those whenever they need it. Now's the time to learn it. Well, to be honest with you, the best time to learn some of these things would have been, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a few years ago to get everything, to get everything already. Why don't you let me go for a second? No? Okay. To get everything, already so you know what you're doing. The best time to learn how to do something is before you need to know how to do it. You practice. You don't practice, do something new in a football game, for that game. You don't start a new play then. You practice the play beforehand, right? In practice. And in baseball and in basketball, you practice the things. You practice your dribbling. You practice all these things for a sports metaphor, right? You practice beforehand. So when you need it, then it's not foreign to you. You know how to do it, right? For people who go to church and stuff, I've said, you practice praying so you know how to pray whenever you actually need to pray a whole lot more, right? Whenever you're really hurting and struggling, then you'll know how to do it. So you want to know how to start a fire. You want to know how to, grow your food in case of an emergency situation. You want to know how to do these things. Well, now is the time to learn those things. So you watch videos on doing it, but not only do you watch the videos, you get out there and practice it, right? Because you can watch so many videos on it. A good teacher is someone who, wants to not be needed eventually, right? You don't need me forever. I teach you how to do these things, and I might teach you again, encourage you, and do some of the same videos again ultimately, but you won't need me eventually. So I'm showing you some of the things we're doing to inspire you to do some of those same things. I missed a couple of things. Been keeping up with full spectrum of survival. We got crimson clover for our field. Oh yeah. So clover is a really great thing. It's like a nitrogen fixer. That means it takes nitrogen out of the air and puts it in the soil, and it really helps things in the future. We've been locked up for a long time. They look great. We just planted a bunch of seeds today. What kind of seeds did you plant, Tiny Home? When's the best to plant it? Yes, the best time to plant a fruit tree is 15 years ago. The second best time is now, right? Or 20 years ago, right? So you plant those things. You learn to do it before you need it. So important. It's really very important.
The job I'm at is ending at the end of July. Willing to trade a place. Yeah. I think I'm all burned out with all that stuff. My dad came and he had, I don't know.
We hadn't talked a whole lot about Grandpa on the channel, but we came. He was homeless when we got here. He got here about a little over a year ago. So we bought him a camper. It needed some work, and he said, "I'll do the work on it, and I'll give you a little bit of money, for electricity and all this stuff, and we'll do these things." And now it's still just as dumpy, maybe dumpier than it was before. And, he's going. So the situation is the person now working for asked me to leave at the end of July. We'll be going back on the road looking for a new job, selling my camper for funds. Also waiting to hear back from Trump. I'm sorry. It sounds unpleasant.
It does.
In the military, we call it building muscle memory. That's right. That's exactly what you got to do. Got your first harvest of Simpson lettuce yesterday. What's Simpson lettuce?
I don't know what Simpson lettuce is.
I don't know either. And some of your first peas, they were good. I bet they were. All of our peas that I've planted, I showed you the other day with a sorghum. I think the seeds were bad. The old seeds, they were old seeds. So I bought some new ones, and I've put some as a companion plant with a sorghum. And I've also got a 72 cell, a flat tray kind of thing that I started some more in, and I'm going to put those next to my my fruit trees. I think when we talked about the kids on the farm wrestling with me, I made a video. Okay, Quebec Homestead. I'll take a look at that. I'll make a note. I'll tell my phone to remind me to look at Quebec Homestead's video. All right, I got a reminder.
Okay.
There you go. Now I won't forget. Corn beans didn't do well. Need to replant.
I feel like the farming, I don't think I realized how extensive of learning it is to do all this stuff.
Well, only, so you can do something a certain way, but, not every way doesn't work for every people, place, and every person, right?
We went to visit someone's homestead, and I thought it's onions, but I thought it was aloe because it had I felt so dumb after that. And you're like, don't you see the bulb?
Do you see the bulb down there? Those are onions.
And then they didn't have they were off grid, and they didn't have any TV. And I kept saying, wow, you all don't have TV. And Daniel's
made a great choice there. Well, they don't have an option. They don't have
any type of option.
Because, they don't have solar panels or anything. They're just completely
off grid.
You felt bad. You got a lot of cucumbers growing. I want you to know that things aren't, like we're not perfect here. I started some things late. I've not weeded some things. I've not, we're trying to do as, organic as possible. So that means some things aren't, going quite as well, so our cucumbers haven't produced anything yet, but I've got some more that I planted the other day. I started them, and I've got them around my fruit trees so they can kind of climb up the fruit trees a little bit. And because Abraham wanted to help me plant, but your onions were kind of small. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see what else. Oh, hey, Chad, I didn't say hi to you a minute ago. Glad you're here. We want to try vertical farming. Doesn't take any soil, maybe with people. Yeah,
I like the vertical. I would like to do one of those too.
Yeah,
that seems pretty cool.
It does.
And then you can just have it. I think we watched a video about that a long time ago. That I thought that was pretty cool.
In the spring, that will guarantee the tree will survive and put shock treatment in the soil. What are you talking about, James? About the cucumbers there? Your carrots took a beating last night. Picked 20 plus cucumbers. Yeah, Chad. It looks like your stuff's doing pretty well. He sent me some pictures.
I want to see them. I'll look at them later.
Yeah,
I want to see.
But you did get new glasses about a while ago. You've had them for probably a few months.
I've had them for a couple months, and so it's just a different pair.
So Zenni Optical, we've already talked about it.
I know, Zenni Optical, yes. And so I still want the LASIK surgery, but I'm a big chicken. If we have to wear the mask at work, though, I'm going to get that surgery because I don't think I could make it through winter.
Because your glasses fog up, right?
It does.
Right? When you have a mask on, and then
it sounds like the mask is here to stay for a while.
Oh, man. We went somewhere. They required masks the other day into a store. It was Costco. And I don't wear masks. I stay on the farm most of the time, but I'll put the mask on and like, oh, this is awful. And I was like, you're complaining. I wear this all the time. And I'm like, I don't. And it's awful. I hate it.
He doesn't like complaining. That's his big pet peeve. And I'm like, you're complaining. It was more joking around.
The best time to plant a tree is when it's dormant, and very early spring or even winter. In most of the time that's the best time to plant a tree. So zone 3, yeah, your cucumbers are just popping up from the ground. Yeah.
Do you think it also could be our soil?
I think part of it is. Some of it. So our soil, I mixed a lot of it with wood chips, but it's got some manure in there as well. And I've been putting compost tea on it. Things have done a lot better since I've been putting the compost tea on it, though. My watermelons, sugar baby watermelons that I planted, nothing happened to them for a while, but they're starting to go a little bit. But it's also getting warmer, so. So you, Deb, you had the LASIK surgery. I had it last year, so it's been about 16, 18 months, and I love it. The carbon black tomatoes. Wash your glasses with shaving cream if you pay attention. Chad was telling you.
I'm sorry. The other Chad's asking about what to get Abe for his birthday, and
we canceled our main fair here this year. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a fair in the town that we were in. It was a big county fair. It was a big draw. I think they're having, like drive-through fair foods, because the fair food is.
Fair food?
Yeah. So the fair food is like they have super, deep fried, greasy, sugary, awful stuff. That they serve, and delicious, stuff that you can smell from miles away,
That sounds pretty good.
And they canceled it. I think they canceled the fair. So
I'll try to do the shaving cream. I've heard a couple people say it didn't work, but I haven't tried it myself, so I should try it myself.
You have a green thumb. Hello, Mom. Oh, good. Glad. So I didn't do a whole lot of gardening up until I've had a few gardens up until we moved here. And even when we moved here, I didn't do a whole lot because I wasn't very good at it. And I was trying some different things, and I was, so busy with other things that we were doing. We're also working on the house, and you've heard all this before. But I was doing all these things. So, I'm kind of getting more gung-ho into it. This is really my first year that I'm really, working my buns off on the garden.
I feel like it's already been a success. I mean, we got sunflowers, the most important thing ever.
We are.
I have no idea.
Homestead.
I don't keep up with hours or anything.
I am this morning. I check it every morning. This morning I was at 3,950 hours. So I'm 50 hours away from being monetized. Isn't that cool? 50 hours away. But it's not. I was actually stressing over it big time for a long time. I was stressing over it, but now I'm like, it'll happen when it happens. I've been only doing this I think my first video was February 7th. February 7th. And now it's almost July, so that's almost 5 months in, so you have 3,000 hours to go. Yeah, it's really. I was stressing about it. I don't think I'm gonna. One of the reasons that I was doing it was I'm doing YouTube for multiple reasons. One of it is, if I'm completely honest, is hoping to maybe replace Rua's income one day. I think that's a long way off, if ever, but I'm hoping to replace that income. So if she doesn't want to go to work, then she doesn't have to, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it's also helping me get, other things in place as well, because then I can use YouTube as a platform for, selling my comfrey and other edible plants and other things as well. But you're like, if you want to watch, you can just put the playlist on. If you want to do that, just put the all videos playlist on, and turn your volume on your computer down, and then if you want to. But if you don't want to, not a big deal. I've been consistently getting about 10 or 20 hours every night, so it'll probably be a few days.
We could board horses for money.
Well, we'd have to have a what is it, like stalls and stuff like that built, which we may do that eventually. There are so many things that we can do and we're going to do, but I'm really into I want to start a plant nursery. That's one of the things but right now we're working on all of our mother plants and how to do some of these things and all that stuff. Let's see, what did I say? People board llamas and stuff. That's funny.
I would love to board a llama.
Yeah.
I like llamas.
Yeah.
There's a nurse that I work with. She has alpacas.
Yeah.
We need to do that. I need to ask her if we can go
and video.
and do a YouTube
That'd be
video.
cool.
I bet she would.
There's a lot of people who do these interesting things in our area and all over the United States and the world, really. So
I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Tanglewood. I really enjoyed coming. And then the other people I enjoyed coming, they're on here, though.
It seems as straight as you should already be as you're watching. Well, actually, I think the thing is, the watch hours on some of the live streams didn't count. I'm way over 4,000 hours. I probably got close to 5,000 hours, actually. But when the live stream was over 12 hours, I don't think it counted, which is strange, but...
You're never boarding horses again?
Yeah. I think it's hard, dealing with people's, dealing
with other people's anything
pets and stuff like that. Yeah,
difficult.
Tanglewood. Really, do you have that problem ever that people get, upset that you don't, love their dog enough?
I'm not sure that could be possible.
It's probably not, because
that's like a paradise.
Yeah, they only have like one or two dogs at a time. But you take care of alpacas.
Is that?
It sounds like a helicopter.
No, it's a four-wheel.
Oh, it's probably Papa. Okay. Yeah, I think those watch hours should count too, Vintage Vibes, but I don't know why they didn't. But again, it's not a big deal. I really think, that we'll get it in just a few days.
I know, let's say they only board one family at a time.
Yeah.
Steve Earle.
He's doing okay.
He
We've not been paying as much attention to him the last couple of days because we've been so busy.
Toby just went out the door.
I put our second litter of kits of rabbit kits out to pasture today. So I've got 2 sets out, and I thought about bringing
a baby bunny.
Bringing baby bunny in here so you can see how they generate revenue on YouTube, like selling kits, ebooks. Yeah, okay. Email me after a while. Yeah, Steve's doing fine. I should have brought him out here, but I hadn't even really handled him today.
We've just been really busy today.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't sit down, really.
I went over there, I watered him and talked to him for a second. I held the other pigs for a minute. I actually held 2 of them up. I was playing with Abraham. I didn't tell you this, but I held 2 of them up in the air and said, "I am the pig man." I'm trying to make Abraham laugh. But
bring Thumper in.
Next time I'll bring one of them in, but
you can go get one.
I don't really want to go get one right now.
It's fine.
Unless you really want me to. If you really want me to,
you can go get one.
check around your area. Check around our area for a place to stay. Email me or get on Facebook later and look, and we'll try to talk to you. Okay, James. Yeah. No, actually, you sent me that about wild hogs. I'm sorry, I didn't respond back. I'm sorry, Tiny Home. We don't actually have any wild hogs here, I don't think.
No.
They have them in Tennessee, but I don't think that we have any wild hogs. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about, Deb, about staying here for work or staying somewhere for work. But get with me later and just like message me, and we'll try to work that out. Yeah, there's a lot in Tennessee too, because my friend Micah McGee, he's got a great channel too if you haven't checked him out. Anyway, he said that people gave him some wild hogs, that he ate and stuff like that. But they're like very devastating, because they breed so much.
Armadillos.
I don't care if you show it. You can show that to James. I'll show it. If anybody knows of any place that James could, stay and work and stuff like that, then, hit him up. So anyway, you found, by Micah McGee. He's a really great guy.
They're really nice.
Yeah. So anyway, what else?
The mindful. What's the word, y'all?
In Murray 2 years ago. Well, we don't have much of them then. If we have them, we don't have very many.
I've never seen a wild hog. I don't know.
Well, you don't usually see them very much. I've not seen any devastation in the area from them. So a lot, they like tear, don't they like tear everything up? They get in there and they root around, they eat all sorts of people's farms and crops and stuff like that.
We are doing really well. Like, can't complain. Yeah. Just been working all day.
Yeah.
And I'm still on vacation.
Who asked if we were okay? Oh, there's Mindful Homestead. Hey, Jack. Yeah, we're doing really well. Just, giving an update on how things are going. We're getting really close. Mindful Homestead, he's got a great channel too. We're getting really close to getting monetized. We're at 3,950 hours now. Vintage Vibes, we started that this week.
We go to the he go to the bathroom,
except for the sink and the toilet,
which is the lesson we learned when we did the other bathroom.
Yeah, when we did the other bathroom,
I
said, "You want me to take everything out of here?" And she's like, "Yeah, take everything out of here.
Take it all out."
Take
and
everything.
This time, no.
But then we were all 6 of us using one bathroom, and it was in our bedroom, which is awful. Like in the middle of the night when we were laying in bed and the kids come in there, it's pretty unpleasant. Anyway, so now I'm not going to take the toilet out until later, until we have to, until I'm ready to, do those things. But
we don't even have to take the toilet out, do we?
I want to put laminate flooring under it, I think. Right?
Okay, yeah, I do.
You don't want to do it around there.
No.
It's a little wobbly the way it is now.
It is.
And if I put laminate flooring under it, then it'll stop that wobbling. So we started it. There's a little bit of water damage underneath the tub, so I've got to do.
But it wasn't
some of the floor. Yeah, so it wasn't that bad.
I had envisioned the entire back wall and all that being just covered with black mold.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
And I was scared to death, but it's not that bad at all.
So here's what Rua does. Rua's like, it's going to be the worst. We're going to burn the house and move somewhere else and do all these things. So I have to automatically take the opposite side to kind of even it out, so I'm like, it's not bad at all. Nothing, But the whole time when she was saying that, I was thinking, it's probably got some problems under there. I've got to fix it, but it's not as bad as she's saying. So I've got to put on my happy, optimistic face. So it's not, it's not quite as go.
We will.
I have to go. Okay, M. Pedmar.
We'll keep your grandson in our prayers.
Yeah. What's his name? M. Pedmar, and we'll pray for him by name.
Or we could just pray for M. Pedmar's grandson.
But anyway, we will. Let's see.
Burn it down. We got to start over.
Burn it down. Where was that? Did somebody say that?
Tanglewood. Right there.
Oh, yeah. We, it's like, we're going to have to, So that's what I always say, like she says something, I'm like, we just got to torch the house, just burn it over. And that, kind of lightens the mood just a little bit. Ace Gabriel. We'll pray for him, Ace Gabriel, and all of you guys pray for him too. If you believe in prayer, you're Christian or whoever, send some positive vibes to him. Silver seal or snow. Well, it's got a little bit of damage. I was taking the sledgehammer and hitting it, and it's a little soft there, so I need to replace the subfloor there. So I definitely will.
And then when we replace the bathroom floor, we're just going to replace all the floor?
The laminate? No, I'm not going to do all that. That's a big project. I don't mind, I don't mind leaving it. We'll just put like a transition piece or whatever and do something else. All right. Do y'all have any questions? I know this has kind of been a short one, but I told you we were going to give you an update on what things were going on.
The HGTV mindset. It'll be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Of what?
Like when you do the homes, like they flip them on HGTV and they're like, it's fine. And it's not. You can get into awful situations.
So I'm not a carpenter. I am, I was a preacher and I preach part-time now. I'm not a, farmer either. I'm learning these things as I go, learning alongside with you. I'm just trying to figure these things out. But some things just, are common sense. And I think that, people have kind of taught us that you can't do things like you've got to be a professional. Huh? What?
Renovation. That's what he's talking about. Just the renovation. You're not following along.
What about the renovation? I was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll figure it out in a second. So I talk for a second, and then after I get done talking and get done with my spiel, then I'll check over here and you can talk.
Deal. Okay.
So what was I saying? Oh, people have taught us that, tell us that you've got to be professional to do something, So in order to teach your children, you've got to be a professional teacher. In order to do carpentry, you've got to be a professional carpenter, electricity and stuff. Now, mind you, they know some things that you don't know, and they're better at it because they do it all the time. But you've got to, you can do some things yourself, right? Now, you answer some questions if you want to.
We have been together for 15 years. 17 years altogether, like dating as well. Yeah.
So we started dating in 2003, for those of you who want to do the math, and we got married in 2005. It's been like a fairy tale journey.
A fairy tale journey.
Yeah. Lived happily ever after up until tonight when she told me how to do a live stream. Now it's over.
It's over now. Better not be. Our wagon's hitched together for life, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's not even an option for us.
It's not.
We ended up with the sorghum. Since it's going to be mostly fodder, we're just going to leave it. But the cows had got out before, and they kind of thinned some of it out. So we're going to see how it works. Pretty much what we want to do is, save the seeds from it for the future, and then feed it to the critters. So we're wanting to be as self-sufficient as possible, and sorghum seems to be really easy to grow. So we're going to shock it and we're going to save it, and then we're going to give it to them. So it's looking fine. Sorghum. How long have you been together? I'm curious. Blue. So those greenhouses with hoops, don't they break in heavy snow? No. You got to have some support for it for those. All right. So I think we're caught up. Bleach kills mold.
No.
We're caught up that way. Now I'm scrolling down.
Do owls eat chickens? I don't know.
I don't know. I think the chickens are too big for owls.
There's some chicken hawks, right?
But Grandpa kept on telling me that owls eat the guineas. But I don't know.
Our Great Pyrenees do a really great job, of protecting things.
Yeah, we don't have any, I don't think we have many predator loss at all. If anything, so the little guinea keats, they were looking like they were about to get caught by a cat the other night. And I was watching, because they were trying to learn how to, I got some footage of it. They're trying to learn how to get up into the trees. Huh?
You got some footage.
I got a little bit. Yeah. And I got some today. Those guinea keats are pretty cute. They're trying to learn how to get up in trees, and they're flying up, and they can't, because they can't do it because our guineas just roost in trees. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the cat was trying to get it, but I protected him. I think they're fine. Let's see. Love the sunflowers. Too early Eve. So are you part-time now? Me, I'm part-time. I preach part-time. I preach every other Sunday. Today was not my Sunday. I'll preach next Sunday. And Rua, what are we talking about?
I think that she was talking too early to leave. Are you part-time about the channel when you were saying you've scrolled up when we're down.
Stop it. I don't know who you think you are.
Taking over it.
No, you do not. Christ Jesus, our master carpenter, he gave me his wisdom as well as for auto mechanics. That's right. So yeah, I think he can do a lot of things. Trade him in and start over. Me, I don't got mold or anything. That's the house. You got self-thinning. Yeah. The cows thin those the thing. Get rid of powder mildew on leaves. Actually, I don't know how. If anybody knows how to get rid of powder mildew, put it down there. I actually don't know yet. I've not had to deal with that this year. So I've had it before, but that's we just torched it and started over. Like Real wants to do most of the time.
No, I do not want to torch anything. Deb asked if
I think I did find out where they were getting out. So I've got the cows in a silvopasture, and some of the ground is kind of curvy, and I had it between two trees on a curvy spot, and they basically just walked under a spot. They basically just walked under a spot. So I took a bunch of brush and filled in that spot, and I've not seen them out again.
I kind of miss them though.
Yeah,
there's hobs.
I liked the cows getting out too, but most everybody told us that it's not good, so we put them up. I've had problems with Japanese beetles before. I've actually sprayed in previous years because they were killing my apple trees. I sprayed with chemicals to my own shame, but this year I haven't. Tanglewood Dog Camp said they've had some, and they've gotten those bags, and that it worked well. We talked to them, before off camera that wasn't recorded. And they said those bags worked really well. Somebody else said that you can take those Japanese beetles and have your chickens follow you around, kind of feeding them, and feed under and shake, and they'll start following you around in the morning. When you do that, you can shake the beetles off, and they'll eat them. But we've had some this year, but it's not been bad. I've seen some of the damage on the leaves. It looks almost like netting and webbing on there, but there's so many things for them to eat, that just let them eat a little bit. Not a big deal. Let's see. Foxes are everywhere in Kentucky. Yeah, but we've not had any trouble with them here. The pairs of dungarees. I have 2 pair of overalls that I wear. I like the Rural King brand overalls, but they don't sell them anymore. So I bought these Key brand. I don't like them as much. So I wear one, and I wash them. Then I wear the other one and wash these and stuff. But I've got a pair of jeans, but I don't like wearing jeans as much. I like wearing overalls because I don't have to. If they fall down, they won't fall down. And they don't make me feel as fat sometimes whenever I've overeaten and stuff. We have a coyote hanging around. Let's talk about it. Rua keto misbehaving. You crack me up.
And then she said keep.
Keep. Oh.
Yeah, meant keep.
Yeah, Rua is keto misbehaving.
I am keto misbehaving. I'm off keto.
All right. See you, Quebec. I know you might probably already gone. Catch you later.
There goes Hobbs.
Some people only specialize in one fruit or vegetable, only sell like different. Yeah, the problem with that is when you put all your eggs in one basket, then there can be problems. No, I'm not burning my bush down. Yeah, they just walked under the fence. I'm catching up, people. Laundry detergent on plants to keep aphids off as well. Okay. My daughter is in Calvert. Yeah, we had them bad a few years ago. Spray with bleach. I'm getting caught up, people. Caterpillars, detergent, LOL, cargo pants are tough. I don't like pants because even with a belt, sometimes I either have to tighten the belt too much and it don't feel very good, and then I've got to pull them up. I don't like the overalls. All right, Chad, you'll have a good night. You always feel fat. I've been cheating on my diet the past few days. I'm going to get back on it soon, but I'm feeling a little chunky right now. But I cheated a few days ago, and I just stayed cheating until Abraham's birthday tomorrow. So after that, then I'm going to get back on the straight and narrow clean eating. I don't like overalls. I don't really like the keys as much though. But the Liberty ones, I think it's Liberty anyway, or some other. The other ones, they're kind of expensive. I didn't like them as much.
1.8 kilograms down the street.
Things. Yeah, good job.
Is that like
2.2 pounds
Pounds,
is a kilogram.
right.
So that's close to, 3.5, 4 pounds, 4
That's
pounds
cool.
probably.
What do you?
That's good.
we don't diet, just eat things in the garden? I know I can't wait until
So,
we just do that all the time.
We follow the keto diet, or I did keto.
I did low carb.
And
carb.
but whenever all the fruit trees come in, whenever I can eat, I'm going to make it a rule that I can eat anything that grows on my farm. Anything that grows on my farm, I can eat, even if it's not keto, because most fruit isn't, low carb. The square front is a bit, yeah. I don't like these. I don't like these as much. I don't like these as much, but oh well. I got them.
Lots of salsa and hot food.
Yeah, we used to do that. I've done really well on the keto diet, keto and intermittent fasting. It's really worked well for me. I lost like 60 pounds last year doing it.
60?
Yeah, I was like 235 and got down to 170. I lost more than 60 pounds. I think it was but I'm probably back up close to 200 now because I've not been following it, and I hadn't been doing intermittent fasting as much. But last summer I was working so hard, on the house and doing some things that I just not eat because I was so busy. Didn't get bigger, just bought smaller dungarees. Yeah, well, if I don't diet, then I won't be this way, because it's not that I'm trying to diet to lose weight so much. I'm trying to diet not to gain weight is what it is. Yeah, we gotta go too, I think.
How long do you fast for, if you want to answer a question?
Oh, Elizabeth, I try to do it every night. I do a 13-hour fast. It's called a circadian rhythm fast, but I have fasted 13 days before. Where I've only had water for 13 days. But
he did that out a few years ago.
But I've done, several, 2 or 3 day fasts. I've done a like 2 or 3 day dry fast where I've had nothing, no water, no food, no anything to eat or drink for 2 or 3 days. But there's some really good health benefits to it. There's some really good health benefits to it. Some people don't, like it, and I'm not going to try to tell somebody to, but I think it's good, actually. I was going to do a video on it. I'm still going to soon about, I'm going to do a video on it soon that in slim times, it's good to train yourself for those slim times by, fasting now. So if you can learn to do without food now and how to manage your body and how to manage things without food now, then if that happens, then
you can do better.
Because if you believe like the way the caveman and stuff like that, there's periods of feast and famine. So you eat a lot when you have a lot. When you don't have a lot, then you don't eat a lot. So. All right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go. I love you guys. Appreciate it. If you want to watch, our playlist tonight, go ahead and turn off your volume. But, if you don't, not a big deal. We're going to get there. Appreciate all that you guys support us. We'll catch you tomorrow at noon, I guess. Not a live stream, but video then. Bye.
Sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you if I did.
I'm not embarrassed.